Ideally, I'd be doing this with you, in person, with your team. But COVID happened. So we're not together physically, but we're living in a virtual world. So I wanted to create this video for you to be confident in going to your team and creating an iyarn wheel, which will help engagement over this time. This can be useful for your weekly stand-up, fortnightly check-in calls, or monthly just pulse checks amongst your company. But the crucial thing when you're doing an iyarn team is that you've got to have that enrollment. That's the uniqueness of iyarn. It's about how do we get the whole team enrolled in the segments you want to check in on. Because if they see this as a bit of a top-down approach, the exec team or the manager is saying, we have to do this check-in, and you don't have that grassroots engagement, that this is something that everyone actually wants, you're not going to have compliance and engagement, and the data probably isn't full of integrity, which is the issue with a lot of the survey monkeys and surveys that go out there in the community. You don't have that engagement from the grassroots. And the beauty of iyarn Teams check-in, super simple. It's a quick, 15-minute yarn you can have with your team, choose your segments and do that. So here's an intro video on how to do that. So you come into your iyarn dashboard. So this is app.iyarn.com. You can also do this in your mobile application. However, it is going to be a bit easier to edit things if you're on the web-based app. This could be on your mobile, iPad, or desktop, but it just has to be in Safari or Chrome or whatever browser you're on. So what you want to do is create a new wheel. What I encourage you to do if you're going to be doing this create new wheel section is you do a bit of a high-level taster with everyone in your team. So what you can do, you can go through, just go iyarn trial, for example. But what I like doing is actually making a public wheel. And when it's a public wheel, it means you get a quick URL that you can send in across the team to give you a bit of pulse survey. So let's just do real high-level stuff here. So we'll go well-being, energy, sleep is a big one. Sometimes, you don't want to be putting too many triggers as a first kind of check-in. You could put growth there and then maybe just work. These 5, pretty simple and easy. And then you could do company name and type in whatever segments you want. We'll just do for those 5. You will skip putting a description in there, so you can edit the description there on other videos. We'll go create. And all of a sudden, literally in 20 seconds, you just created a public wheel. You can copy this and then literally send it to anybody you'd like to. You put it in here, you can send it in text message, email, whatever you like. That's how you can go. And what will happen, if you just put that in any browser, I just did it twice. If you put that in any browser, all of a sudden they'll get put up and taken here. And they can do a quick pulse check-in. So they don't have to have a team score or anything like this. They can go through and do this. The benefit of having this pulse check-in, they get a bit of an experience to see what iyarn is. It's a simple way of getting segments and then doing a quick shitty to good survey bit of results. When they see this and how simple it is, then you say, guys, let's go and create our own iyarn. They're like, what? We can do that? You sure can. So then you go back to your desktop here. So you're in your account. So you go back to my desktop and you go, great, guys, let's create our own team wheel. What do we want to call this? All right, let's go company check-in, right? But we'll make it private, not public. Because if it's public, it's anonymous data. Where if it's private, you'll be able to see each individual's score. As a wheel creator, you can see everyone who joins that wheel's score, but each participant, user, can't see each other's. So then you go next. And then you say, guys, well, here we go. We've got the segments we've got here. But what are the ones that mean a lot to us? So then this is the power of iyarn, where you really go into your true skill set as a facilitator. And, a bunch of different ways you can do it. You can get post-it notes. What you could do is also, in a different way, you get the post-it notes, whiteboard session. Everyone come up with 10 areas that they'd like to check in on as a team. And then you get everyone's suggestions together, workshop it, and then come up with the most uniting segments that everyone would like to check in on. And even say, hey, this is going to be something we're going to check in on maybe every week or every fortnight. And then it changes things a bit if you tell them how often you want to do this check-in. But the power of that is then that'll help you choose the segments. So then you go through and, I'll just go, just these quick ones, just generically, chosen these 5. Imagine you've done a 15-minute workshop, you've chosen the segments, and then you go in and put in a behavior or description of each one of these. So what I do a lot of the time is I actually go into the company's website and I go values, and I see the values and then the description of the values, like energy, rocking up to work, energized to contribute to your community, support our customers, and promote innovation in your team, or whatever it is. You go through, you add your description in here, and there you go. You create your will. So the difference is you can see public and then private. And then here. So the way to share this, you literally just copy it, and then anyone with this URL, you can text message it or anything, they will be able to contribute to it. The only thing is, when you share this URL, for someone to contribute to that space, they have to have a registered account with iyarn. So they do have to sign up. And then over time, you'll be able to see each individual score and see how your team has tracked over time. So yeah, there you have it. That's a cool way to create an iyarn that you have the grassroots support. You have your employees, you have your team members involved with it. So then they're empowered and enrolled to do a check-in consistently. If you can do that, you're going to get authentic data, and that data is going to help you increase productivity, increase efficiency, increase communication, increase engagement across the board. All the best.